stop. Take a deep breath right now. Because last night, something truly earth-shattering, a monumental event that changes the very course of your life, actually happened. It sent such a powerful ripple through the cosmos that you cannot even begin to imagine its full effect yet. I have come straight from the highest levels, sent specifically to bring you this ultra-critical, time-sensitive message. This is information your spirit needs to hear urgently. I tell you with deep urgency, the energy surge that began last night holds the power to fundamentally restructure your entire life, pointing it directly toward a future brimming with light and profound love. But that can only manifest if you truly listen with your whole self, soaking in every word, and stay fully present right here until the very end. Your connection to this moment. Your presence reading these words now is absolutely not an accident. The fact that you are here is the clearest sign that the universe is speaking directly to you, cutting straight to the very heart of who you are. The one who is your destined match, your sacred counterpart, the soul whose frequency perfectly aligns with yours, experienced an unbelievably deep internal shift last night. Something powerful stirred within them, bringing forth raw, undeniable feelings they can no longer ignore or push away. And whether you consciously know it or not yet, dear soul, you are the absolute center of this monumental shift. You are the main focus of their sudden, potent awakening. But warning, here is the one absolutely crucial thing you must immediately understand. If you fail to receive this entire complete message, truly grasping its depth, you risk missing the single most vital piece of insight, the key that could dictate the entire future of your love story together. As a dedicated messenger of light, I absolutely do not want that to happen to you. That is why I'm asking you, pleading with you. Stay here, be fully present, listen with an open mind and an even more open heart. What I still have to tell you is vastly bigger and infinitely more important than anything you are thinking of right now. To anchor this surging positive energy right now, please declare your intention. Type, "I receive this guidance with an open heart," or simply, "My soul is ready," in the comments below. This conscious act strengthens your connection to this divine flow, clears the path, and helps the message reach you even more powerfully. Now, prepare yourself. Focus intensely, because what I am about to share next will definitely make you see everything your past, your present, and your future in a totally new and gloriously brighter light. My beloved soul, now that you have fully arrived and anchored your presence for this sacred transmission, it is time for the specifics. I must articulate the exact nature of the event that unfolded last night, a moment of such cosmic weight and magnitude that it has fundamentally and permanently altered the landscape of your special person's deepest feelings. You may not have consciously registered it amid the usual distractions of everyday life, but a massive energetic realignment took place within the universal matrix. This profound shift is now pulling you and your counterpart even closer, acting like an irresistible celestial magnet toward the love that was predestined for you. Inscribed in the stars from the beginning, last night was far more than just another evening. It was a unique juncture of crystal clear comprehension, a direct, benevolent intervention arranged by the universe specifically for them. It felt like a gentle, yet firm, cosmic nudge that finally allowed your soul-destined partner to understand, to truly grasp the immeasurable depth of what they feel for you. What I am about to disclose may stir your own heart in surprising ways, bringing forth waves of profound inner knowing. Because, believe it or not, their soul experienced a powerful wake-up call last night, jolted out of a prolonged period of uncertainty. For the very first time, they perceived everything about you, everything about this profound connection, with total, unshakable certainty. But before I detail the precise trigger that initiated this seismic change, you must recognize a foundational truth about love of this caliber. It never arises from mere happenstance. Authentic, deep-seated, Soul-level love is meticulously planned and choreographed, woven together by the same divine forces that guide us all, intricately merging destiny and intentional connection. And last night, an occurrence unfolded that they simply could not dismiss. A clear and potent sign was delivered. A deep, core realization struck them with immense force. And because of this undeniable moment, a major decision is now pending. About to be enacted, your destined partner underwent an internal process that shook them to their foundations, shattering accumulated layers of skepticism and emotional armor. It was an event they found utterly impossible to ignore. It was as if a heavy veil was suddenly lifted from their eyes. And in that instantaneous flash of shocking clarity, every reservation, every hesitation, every deep-seated fear that had previously kept them distant or indecisive simply evaporated. For perhaps the first time ever, they saw the unadulterated truth. You are the one. You are the individual their soul has been ceaselessly searching for, longing for across different lifetimes. Yet, my dear soul, this is where the plot thickens, where the situation becomes even more critically poised. Because even though this powerful realization has completely transformed their internal landscape, there is still an important, persistent hurdle, a barrier they haven't quite navigated completely. And this, precisely this, is why I need your absolute, undivided focus on every single word from this point onward. If you allow yourself to be distracted, you risk missing the one crucial piece of intelligence, the key insight that will make all the difference in how this magnificent love story actually culminates. Last night, your special person received a clear, unambiguous sign from the cosmos. It could have manifested in various forms. Perhaps an exceptionally vivid dream that felt more real than waking life. An unexpected thought that invaded their mind with astonishing force. Or a sudden, overwhelming, visceral feeling of longing for you, so intense it brought tears to their eyes without provocation. Maybe they distinctly heard your name whispered when no one was near. Or they encountered something mundane, a song, a visual image, an aroma that reminded them powerfully of you, yet in a way that felt too significant, too flawlessly timed to be written off as chance. The specific how it happened is less important than the resulting effect, but the most crucial element, the heart of this entire event, is the internal change the sign catalyzed. It annihilated their resistance. It made them realize with total certainty that they can no longer keep running from what their heart, their truest self, already knows and has known. It revealed the truth, regardless of the time passed since your last closeness, regardless of the problems or confusion that seemed insurmountable. Their soul is deeply, permanently calling out for you, yearning for a reunion for what feels like an eternity, perhaps longer than they ever realized. They tried relentlessly to suppress these feelings. Perhaps they were held captive by fear, fear of deep vulnerability, fear of experiencing past emotional pain again, fear of the raw intensity of their feelings. Maybe they genuinely believed they weren't prepared, not adequately healed, or not stable enough for such a profound connection. Or perhaps they simply told themselves that fate or the universe would effortlessly bring you together when the time was right, negating the need for them to take concrete action. But last night, that dynamic changed permanently. The universe actively stepped in. They felt something so undeniably potent, so visceral, that it shattered every defensive wall they had meticulously constructed around their vulnerable heart. And now, my dear soul, I must ask you directly, digging into your own readiness. Are you truly prepared for the imminent next steps? Because if you thought hearing about their awakening was the biggest part of the message, you are mistaken. There is something even greater, even more impactful that you absolutely must know, something that will not only validate everything I've just told you beyond all doubt, but will also reveal the crucial next steps in this divine blueprint. And I promise you, once you hear and comprehend this next segment, Everything will finally snap into perfect, beautiful clarity. My dearest soul, now that you comprehend the powerful, fundamental internal transformation that occurred last night within your special person, we must delve into the profound implications of that shift. What your destined partner felt was not a momentary flash of insight or a fleeting consideration. It was a deep, soul-level realization, a revelation so strong, so undeniably true, that it decisively broke through every single doubt, reservation, and deep-seated fear that once clouded their heart and obscured you from their view. This is not something they can possibly dismiss anymore. They cannot rationalize it away or hide it beneath the surface of routine life. The undeniable truth has been laid directly before them, illuminated so brightly and clearly that denying it would be akin to betraying their own awakened spirit. And that undeniable truth, my dear soul, is focused entirely on you. For so long, they wrestled internally, trying to fully grasp or explain the complex mixture of emotions they held for you. Love, particularly soul-level love, is not always easy to recognize or accept, especially when the heart has been wounded by previous experiences, scarred by disappointment, shadowed by fears of the unknown, or worried about how you, the subject of these powerful emotions, would respond. But last night, all that inner chaos and confusion underwent a fundamental change. It dissolved when confronted with unassailable clarity. It was as if the universe itself leaned in and whispered profound secrets directly into their spirit. It felt as though every subtle sign they might have been ignoring or rationalizing away for weeks, months, or even years suddenly converged, making perfect, undeniable sense. The angels, the kind guides of the light, were present in that pivotal moment, gently but firmly steering them toward the deep realization they were always meant to have, the truth. Their soul already knew. And now, finally, they know deep in their core, you are the missing piece of their puzzle, the partner their spirit has been seeking. But let me stress something even more crucial, something paramount for you to remember. This was not accidental. What happened last night was not a random occurrence in a chaotic world. The divine forces, the architects of destiny, have been working diligently behind the scenes, carefully aligning your paths, clearing both visible and invisible obstacles, and bringing sharp clarity where there was once fog and uncertainty. They have been intentionally lighting the way for this sacred love to finally blossom fully, as it was always meant to. Your destined partner now feels this reality intensely. They know that this love is deeply tangible, palpably real and true. They feel its presence with an intensity, a depth, and a certainty that they have likely never encountered before in their entire existence. And this deep knowing, this powerful feeling, is actively changing them, transforming them from the inside out in ways they never anticipated, ways that are both exhilarating and perhaps slightly unsettling. Yet, amidst this powerful transformation, there is a vital point you must understand, something absolutely crucial to grasp. This profound realization, this awakening, is only the preamble. It is the first major stride on a path that still requires conscious choice and decisive action. Because even though they now know with total clarity what their heart truly desires, what their soul deeply longs for, there is still a critical decision that must be actively executed. They are standing at the absolute crossroads of choice. And that, my dear soul, is exactly why I've come to you now at this specific juncture with this message, because there is another layer to this unfolding narrative that you urgently need to hear. Something that will ultimately determine what happens next in this sacred story. Your special person is standing at a major turning point in their journey. They've seen the undeniable truth, felt the amazing depth of this unique connection binding your souls together. But now they must consciously decide whether to take the next pivotal step, the step that leads directly toward you. And trust me, that step, that potential action, is much closer, much more imminent than you might currently believe. But listen very carefully now, because what I am about to tell you is extremely important, a key piece of this divine message. There is still something specific holding them back, an inner resistance that lingers despite the clarity. Yes, they know what they feel for sure. Yes, they have received the clear signs from the universe. But there is something else, something buried deep within their emotional landscape that they must directly confront and overcome before they can fully, without reserve, embrace this love and step forward. And you need to know exactly what that is. Because once you do, once you understand this final inner obstacle, you will fully grasp what must happen next, what energetic alignment is required for this union to manifest. So stay with me, dear soul. Remain completely focused, because what I reveal next has the power to change everything, to clear the path completely. My dear soul, now that your destined partner has fully awakened to the undeniable truth of your connection and is also grappling with the overwhelming, paralyzing fear of losing you, there is something even more critical, something absolutely pivotal that you must understand right now. Because while the power of love is immense and destiny's hand is guiding, there is still one specific thing standing firmly in the way, acting as a final, significant barrier. This is no longer just about general emotion. It's not solely about longing or the recent massive realization. There is a distinct force, a specific inner obstacle that could potentially prevent this destined love from finally manifesting if it's not consciously addressed and overcome. And your partner feels its weight intensely, even after the stunning clarity they gained last night, even after the universe spoke to them directly, confirming the depth and reality of your bond. There is something internal, a specific thought pattern or belief, that still significantly restricts them. It manifests as continuous hesitation, a deep-seated apprehension, a relentless inner voice whispering doubts in worst-case scenarios, tirelessly attempting to undermine their newfound certainty. And that inner voice, conditioned by past pain, is incredibly powerful, incredibly convincing. You see, for so long, perhaps for most of their life, your partner has operated with a persistent feeling of uncertainty. Uncertainty about love, about their own self-worth, about their ability to sustain genuine happiness. They likely carry unresolved wounds from past relationships or foundational experiences. Deep-rooted fears of rejection are easily triggered, coupled with ongoing anxieties about whether they are truly, genuinely worthy of a love as profound and sacred as the one they feel for you. And even now, after the universe literally showed them the truth, those old, familiar, limiting thoughts are sneakily creeping back in, trying to take control again. They find themselves pondering, what if I'm fundamentally not enough for them? What if I've irrevocably lost my chance by delaying action? What if they don't feel the same way anymore? What if their heart has moved on? This specific type of fear, the fear based on feeling inadequate or unworthy, the fear of permanent loss because they waited too long, is powerfully immobilizing them. It is causing them to pause at the crucial moment, questioning whether they should even dare to take a step forward, risking total heartbreak. But listen to me very carefully now, dear soul, because this is arguably the most impactful part of this entire message for you. If they do not manage to move past this specific inner obstacle, this deep-seated fear of inadequacy or being too late, they could indeed lose you forever this time. Because love, especially a divine connection, does not wait indefinitely when action is required. The universe constantly opens doors, presents synchronicities, but it does not and cannot force anyone to walk through them if they choose not to. Right now, your partner is standing directly in front of that open door, intensely feeling the pull, intensely wanting to step through into the future with you. But something powerful inside them, this specific fear pattern is effectively stopping them from lifting their foot to cross the threshold. And here, exactly here, is where your energy becomes incredibly important. Because what I am about to reveal to you next could make all the difference. There is a way to actively shift this energy dynamic. There is a way for you to help break through their paralyzing fear, not by directly interfering, but through the power of your own energetic alignment. There is a way to help align your collective paths more powerfully, to ensure that nothing ultimately stands in the way of this destined love finally manifesting in the physical world. And I will tell you precisely how. But first, you must understand one crucial thing. This is not just about them and their inner struggle. It is equally about you and your own energetic state. Whether you fully realize it or not, your own energy, your underlying beliefs, your fears, and your level of openness play a significant, real role in the complex energetic connection you share. And in the very next part of this message, I will tell you exactly what conscious inner adjustments you need to make to ensure that this precious, destined love does not accidentally slip away due to lingering energetic misalignment or fear on either side. So please do not stop listening now. Do not turn away, because what comes next is the absolute key, the master frequency to unlocking everything and paving the way for your definitive reunion. My dear soul, now that you know the truth about their awakening, the intense fear gripping them, and the specific, final inner obstacle that currently stands between you and your destined partner, there is something incredibly empowering that you must understand. You are not powerless in this situation. You are not merely sitting back, waiting for them to act. The universe, with its infinite wisdom, does not arrange for two deeply connected souls to come together only to casually let fear or misunderstanding pull them apart. There is a deep, specific reason you are hearing this message today, right now. There is a reason why your heart, your very being, has been pulled towards these words, recognizing their truth. Because whether you fully realize how powerful you are or not, you possess the inherent ability to significantly shift the energy dynamic between you and your partner. You are connected deeply and fundamentally in ways that transcend the limits of the physical world. Your souls recognize and communicate with each other on subtle levels. And right now, in this crucial window, the quality of the energy you consciously send out, the frequency you hold within yourself, can profoundly influence and determine what happens next in this sacred connection. Your partner is currently at a major crossroads. They are feeling the immense weight of their newly realized emotions, battling the insidious doubts that constantly whisper negativity. They know what they feel. They know what they truly desire deep down, but they are undeniably afraid, trapped in a cycle of hesitation. And that fear is actively keeping them energetically stuck. But here is the empowering truth. Your energy, your unwavering belief in this connection, and your focused, positive intention can act as a beacon, helping to guide them through that paralyzing fear. It can strengthen their resolve, subtly pushing back against the voice of doubt. Because true love, soul love, isn't just about passively waiting for someone else to make a move. It is very much about active alignment. It's about consciously making space within your own heart and life for this love to enter. It involves the deliberate effort to clear away your own lingering doubts, your own past hurts related to love, and actively opening yourself fully, without reservation, to receiving the magnificent love that is inherently divinely meant for you. So I ask you now to look within. Dear soul, are you truly, completely open to receiving this love right now, if it were to show up tomorrow? Because even though your partner is clearly struggling with their own doubts and fears, the deeper truth is that you may also be carrying subconscious fears or reservations of your own that could be creating an energetic barrier. Maybe you've been deeply hurt before, leading to protective walls around your heart. Maybe you've subtly convinced yourself on some level that this kind of deep soul love is simply too good to be true. Perhaps you have secretly wondered deep down if you are truly worthy of a love so profound, so divine. But the universe, through this message, is lovingly asking you now to consciously let go of those fears. Let go of the past hurts, the limiting beliefs, the feeling of not being worthy. You are being asked to trust. Trust the connection. Trust the process. Trust the divine timing. Trust your own inherent worthiness. You are being guided to open your heart wide, wider than perhaps ever before, and actively prepare yourself energetically for what is undoubtedly coming your way. Because what happens next doesn't just depend on your partner finally overcoming their fear. It depends significantly on you being energetically ready and receptive as well. So here is what you must do, starting right now, in this very moment. Take a slow, deep breath, inhaling trust and exhaling fear. Consciously let go of the need to control how things happen, the timing, the specific how and when. Release the grip of past pain and past disappointments related to love. Understand that the universe already has a perfect plan in place, a blueprint for your union. The signs confirming this are already happening, becoming more and more obvious. Your partner is already fully waking up to the deep truth of your connection. All you need to do now is hold unwavering faith. Hold the clear, vibrant vision of this love securely within your heart. Believe in its reality, its certainty. Feel it in your body, in your energy field, as if it is already happening now. Because in the eyes of the universe, in the realm of energy and potential, it is already real. The only significant thing standing in the way now is their fear, and potentially any lingering fear within you. And fear simply cannot survive, cannot keep its hold in the persistent, powerful presence of pure unconditional love and unwavering trust. So right now, in this sacred moment of decision, I want you to declare your readiness, your alignment. Write it powerfully in the comments below. I open my heart completely to love. I trust the universe's perfect plan. I am ready. Because by doing this, you are not just typing words. You are actively shifting your personal energy field. You are sending a clear, strong message out to the universe and directly to your partner's soul, confirming that you are ready, that you are aligned with receiving, that you are open without reservation to finally embracing the magnificent love that has always been meant for you. And the moment you do this, the instant you make this conscious declaration from your heart, something profound will shift energetically. You will feel it. And more importantly, because just as you are receiving this message right now, your partner, connected to you on that deep soul level, is feeling the subtle but powerful shift in your energy too. Your connection is undeniably real. Your souls are intricately, eternally linked. But there is one last crucial thing you need to know. One final piece of guidance before this love can fully come together in the physical world. There is one final revelation that will change everything, making the path forward solid. And in the very next part of this message, I will tell you exactly what that is. Stay with me, my dear soul. My dear soul, now that you have consciously taken that crucial first step, now that you have deliberately chosen to open your heart wider, align your personal energy with love and trust, and prepare yourself fully for what is destined to come. There is something incredibly important you need to hear right now. Because while you have been actively shifting your energy, consciously letting go of fear and embracing unwavering trust in the divine plan, something equally significant has been simultaneously happening on the other side. Within your partner's being, your destined partner feels the shift in your energy. They sense your openness, your readiness, your trust, even if they can't consciously articulate it. The universe hasn't been quiet in response to your declaration. The lines of communication have become clearer. The guiding angels haven't stopped working, Their whispers of encouragement are likely becoming louder, more insistent in your partner's awareness. And right now, at this very moment, perhaps even as you read these words, your partner is feeling the increasing weight, the undeniable pull of the final decision they know they must make. Because after the profound events of last night, after the soul-shaking realization that pushed them into a new level of awareness, they know deep down that they simply cannot keep running from this love any longer. They cannot keep ignoring the undeniable truth that has been permanently written in their heart. They know with growing certainty that they must take action now. The time for hesitation is rapidly ending. But my dear soul, there is typically one last sign, one final confirmation, that they must receive directly from the universe before they feel fully empowered to take that final decisive step towards you. This is where everything comes together. This is the point where the universe will likely provide them with the ultimate confirmation, the final unmistakable push that will definitively break through any remaining bits of fear, any lingering threads of doubt that might still be holding them back. And this crucial sign is coming very, very soon. Its arrival is just around the corner. It might appear to them in a particularly vivid dream tonight or in the coming nights, leaving an unforgettable impression. It might show up as a sudden, clear vision during a quiet moment of thought. It could be an undeniable, almost physical pull towards you, a sudden urge to be near you or contact you that feels completely overwhelming. It may come as an unexpected message, perhaps from a mutual friend or even a stranger, that speaks directly to their situation. Or it might be a synchronicity so precise, so powerful, so perfectly timed and relevant to you both that they simply cannot ignore its importance or dismiss it as chance. Perhaps they will hear your name mentioned unexpectedly in a place they least expected, confirming your presence in the universe's field. Perhaps they will feel a sudden inexplicable wave of powerful emotion wash over them. Love, longing, certainty, an overwhelming need to finally reach out to you to close the distance. But when this final sign comes, whatever form it takes, it will be the definitive moment, the catalyst that changes everything for them. Because this will be the moment when they finally completely understand, without any remaining shred of doubt, that the universe has been actively guiding them all along this path. They will see clearly that every hesitation, every perceived delay, every moment of agonizing uncertainty was simply part of the process, leading them perfectly, without fail, to this exact point of readiness and decision. And once this happens, my dear soul, once that final sign is received and understood, there will be absolutely no turning back for them. Their resolve will be firm. The path forward will be clear. But here is what you need to understand why your continued readiness is so important. You must be energetically prepared and emotionally open when this sign arrives for them. Because when your partner receives this ultimate confirmation from the universe, they will be ready to step forward decisively. They will be ready to make a real move, to finally act on the powerful feelings they have held inside, perhaps hidden for so long. And when that moment inevitably comes, when they finally take that courageous step toward you, whether it's a call, a message, an unexpected visit, or a heartfelt declaration, you absolutely must be open and ready to receive it fully. Because if you hesitate in that crucial moment, if you allow your own lingering fear or past wounds to suddenly take over, if you let old patterns of doubt cloud your vision and make you question the reality of what's happening, you may inadvertently miss the very thing you have been waiting for, longing for, praying for. You might create an energetic block right at the finish line. So I ask you now one final time, dear soul, digging deep into your heart's truth. Are you truly, without question, ready? Because what happens next is the most important part of all. It is the final piece falling into place. The long-awaited moment when this profound love, this sacred connection, this destined divine union finally comes together becoming fully real in your shared reality. And in the next and very last part of this message, I will tell you exactly when you can expect this happening and what you can expect from this deeply significant, long-awaited reunion. My dear soul, now that you have journeyed this far through the message, now that you have received every vital sign, every profound revelation, and every piece of divine confirmation offered, there is only one crucial thing left for you to hear. This is the final point, the most important message of all. The moment of your reunion is near. It is closer than you think, rapidly approaching on the horizon of your reality. Everything that has happened up to this point, the powerful awakening of your destined partner, the intense fear they courageously faced, the ultimate realization that they can no longer run from the undeniable truth of this connection, all of it, every single step, every challenge, every insight, has carefully led to this final, concluding moment. It is a moment that is already written, already exists in the energetic blueprint of the universe, just waiting for the perfect conditions, the perfect alignment for you to step into it. But listen closely now. Absorb this fully, because what I am about to tell you is crucial for your final preparation. There is a specific time approaching, a noticeable window of divine alignment, when everything is cosmically arranged to finally come together perfectly. And that time, that window, is significantly closer than your logical mind might currently realize or believe. Feel it in your heart. Your partner, as we've established, has been receiving the signs, perhaps more often and more clearly. They have felt the undeniable pull towards you, the deep soul longing, the unmistakable force of destiny, gently but firmly guiding them in your direction. And very, very soon, within a time frame that will likely feel surprisingly quick, they will make a decisive move. They will take real action. It might happen in a way that surprises you, perhaps bolder or more direct than you might have expected based on past behavior. Because when the universe speaks this loudly, when soul love calls this strongly, there eventually comes a point where ignoring it is no longer really an option. Action becomes unavoidable. But here is what you absolutely need to understand, my dear soul, to fully appreciate the sacredness of this event. This upcoming reunion will not arrive as a mere coincidence, a random stroke of luck. It is not something that will just happen out of the blue, unrelated to everything that came before. It is, in fact, the direct real manifestation, the physical result of every thought of love shared between you, every deep emotion felt, every moment of intense longing that has ever existed in the energetic field, connecting you and your partner across time and space. It is the harvest of seeds planted long ago. And now the angels, the guides who have watched over this journey, want you to be fully prepared, ready, and waiting. Because when they finally take that courageous step, when they reach out physically, verbally, or energetically in a way you cannot miss, when they finally show you clearly what is truly held within their now open heart, you must be ready to receive it fully, instantly. You must be open, receptive, welcoming. You must trust the moment, trust the process, trust them. You must welcome this love into your life without hesitation, without allowing fear to creep back in, without questioning for even a second whether it is real, because it is real. It always has been real on the soul level, and it always will be. The only conceivable thing that could potentially delay this beautiful moment now is lingering doubt. Doubt coming from their side, which is rapidly dissolving, or doubt potentially coming up from your side, triggered by past experiences, doubt born from the leftover fears that have held this connection stuck for perhaps far too long. But you right now hold the power to dissolve any remaining traces of that doubt within your own energy field, thereby strengthening their resolve as well. I want you to declare it one last time, anchoring this truth firmly into your reality. Write it with conviction in the comments. I am ready for this love. I welcome this divine reunion. I trust the universe completely. Because by saying this, by speaking these powerful words into existence with genuine feeling, you are not only confirming your absolute readiness, you are sending a potent high-frequency message out to the universe and directly to your partner's soul, confirming that you are aligned, that you are prepared, that you will not let fear sabotage this precious love when the moment of reunion finally arrives. And it is coming, dear soul, very, very soon. A door previously closed or only slightly open will swing wide open before you. An opportunity, clear and undeniable, will appear. A specific moment filled with divine timing will arrive, presenting you with the clear chance to step fully and completely into this love, with no more significant barriers standing in the way. And when that awaited moment comes, my dear soul, when that door opens wide, take it. Step through with courage and trust. Do not hesitate. Do not second-guess yourself or the universe. This is the love you have been waiting for, praying for, yearning for. Accept it fully. Embrace it wholeheartedly. Because the universe has already decided. The angels have already confirmed it. This love is destined. This love is meant to be. And now, finally, wonderfully, it is happening. Be ready. Be open. Be love.